Well, welcome back to Life on Cars, and it's a two-part road trip special. We're off to do the NC500 in the Jag. So we're off to Scotland. So let's get cracking, let's get the car checked over and get going. Let's go. Right, that's the oil check, that's spot on. Power steering fluid's good, and I've done the coolant level's absolutely spot on. So I think we're okay under here. I just need to top up the washer bottle. But apart from that, I think we're all good to go under here. What else? Tyre pressures on these are supposed to be 30 in the front, 33 in the back. But for a big road trip like this, I'm going to put them up slightly. So I'm going to put them up to 33 in the front and 36 in the back. I just like to run them a bit harder for a big long road trip, and also because I know some of the roads are potentially going to be a bit rough up in Scotland with some potholes. A bit of extra pressure will just help to protect the tyres. I've checked the spare tyre pressure, that's good, and I also like to carry a portable tyre inflator, and I always pack a torch as well, one of these battery torches, some wet wipes, and other than that I'm going to check the lights, and then I'm going to make sure that my RAC breakdown cover hasn't expired. I think we're good to go. Let's go. Right, we've just crossed over, well, about 30 miles ago we crossed over the Scottish border at Coldstream, and we've just stopped at a lovely cafe called the House of Scourie. I think that's how you say it. And we're going to continue now. We'll be crossing the Firth of Forth and heading on in our direction, which is taking us up to near Inverness. So yeah, this is our progress so far. So we started from home, headed up through the Tyne Tunnel, and then we headed up and we crossed over into Scotland at Coldstream there, and then we kind of following that orange line now. We're going to be heading up past Edinburgh, across the Firth, and tonight's destination is up here at Kingussie. Is that how you say it? Anyway, that's the plan for today. Well, we've made it to our first stop, Kingussie, and 265 miles so far. So you'll join us in the morning and we'll be heading towards the start of the NC500. Oh dear. Pity. Morning, day 2, and today we're going to get onto the NC500. Come on, I'll show you on the map where we're going. So this is where we are here. So the plan today is to come up here, Inverness, and then we're on the N500 and we're going to explore this area here, sort of between here and here, which is where we're staying tonight. So we're going to be coming along this route here, maybe having a few stops off and having a look and see what we can see. Well, we've just joined the NC500, we're on it. It took us 310 miles to get on it, but we're on it now. The A9, and already it's starting to look beautiful. It looks like we're heading over this bridge here. I don't know what the bridge is called, I'll have to try and find out what it's called, but it's heading over the Firth there. Firth. Beautiful. Like a bit of a Nordic feel, isn't it? The bridge crossing this water. Well, we've just taken a little detour because I wanted to see this lighthouse. So let's go and have a quick look. Tarbat Ness Lighthouse. The North Sea, Viking land. Right, we've been and seen the lighthouse, so we're going to head back and get on to the back on the NC500. Well, we've just pulled off the 500 route again, the A9, because literally just off the route we wanted to do the Big Burn Falls walk, which is a short walk, a couple of kilometres, but it was a beautiful walk, so I'll cut some of that footage in now. Well worth it if you're coming along this way. home for the night. We've arrived at our second night stop, which is Dunbeath Coastal Retreat. It's beautiful here. Great view of the coastline, and our little pod that we're staying in tonight is wonderful. The old Jag's doing well as well, gobbling the miles up so far on this NC500 trip. Day 3, we're ready to leave Dunbeath behind and head to John O'Groats. Alright, so this is where we're starting today, and we're going to be heading along here all the way up to John O'Groats, the northern tip of the British Isles. And then we're going to be travelling along here and doing a bit of exploring as we come along, and this is our destination for this evening. Well, we've only been going about 10 miles, and Mrs. Life wanted to go and see the Walligo Steps, which weirdly are not signposted off the road, so but I would highly recommend it if you're in this area. I'll cut a little bit of footage in, but basically you're looking right down the cliff face onto some rocks, and it looks absolutely incredible, and there's even a waterfall. So yeah, I would highly recommend stopping if you're in the area. Wow. Yeah, it's just not signposted at all, this little road, is it? Pretty big pothole there. Alright, get back on the NC500. Well, we've made it to John O'Groats. Made it. Mrs. Life on Cars reckons that's an uninhabited island. Uninhabited for how long?
60 years.
60 years. Called?
Stroma.
Stroma. Oh, you said that very posh. Not another soul. Well, I think we're about 4 miles away from Armadale now, our destination for this evening. And we've just stopped at Scourie Beach. Beautiful beach, completely deserted, only us there. And there she is, the beautiful XK. So 500 miles it's just turned over, so we're 500 miles into the trip so far and it hasn't missed a beat. If any of you are thinking of doing the NC500, our experience so far, it's been wonderful. You're driving along and you've got the coastline on the right hand side, and you've got villages and you've got places to see and things to do and castles and things like that to visit and waterfalls, and there's all sorts. But I don't know what it is. It's the 30th of September today, but the roads are actually pretty quiet. There's not a lot of traffic. So it's a really good time to do it, I would suggest. So that might be one for you to consider. Anyway, we'll press on and get to our final destination for today. And hope you're enjoying the footage so far. Morning. Day 4, and let me show you where we're going today. Right, so this is where we are, and we're going to come along this road here and cross over this Kyle of Tongue on a causeway, which I'm looking forward to. It should be quite nice. Follow this road around, and this is our destination for this evening down here. So it should be good, some good driving roads today. So we stayed in Armadale B&B last night. Beautiful place, absolutely wonderful views and gardens and a lovely room. So we better hit the road. Look at the sky. We're on the road again, ready for another days of adventure. I've been lucky with the weather so far. Hope I haven't just jinxed it. Wow, look at the view. starting to get on some single track roads now. Wow, look at this here. Beautiful beach over there, look. Bit like the North Yorkshire Moors up here, isn't it? So we've just stopped in Tongue because we want to go up to Castle Varech, which we've nearly done the climb up to now, because it's right there. So from up here we've got an amazing view of the causeway, which we're going to cross in the car shortly. My dad used to always attach a sprig of heather when he was out on a road trip. He said it was for good luck, so this one's for you, Dad. Wow, it's beautiful, isn't it? Guess you'd call this a causeway, wouldn't you, maybe? And then there seems like there's a bit of a bridge as well down here. There we are. This is everything I hoped this trip would be. Honestly, we're in the West Highlands now. We've just driven around this amazing loch and it's just incredible scenery everywhere. And we're blessed as well because we've got decent weather, the sun's out. And there's not many people on the roads either. So I don't know if you can see there, there's a road that comes all the way around this loch. And it continues on and on and on. Absolutely stunning. Oh, look at this beach. Sand looks absolutely pristine, doesn't it? Wow. Wow, looks incredible. The light there coming through clouds. God's turned his headlamps on. Well, that's the end of part one. Now go and put the kettle on, make yourself a cup of tea or maybe a cup of coffee, and by the time you come back, part two will have uploaded onto YouTube and you can watch it straight away. Hope you're enjoying the adventure so far. See you in a bit.